11 large cities that will become unlivable in the coming decades. 1. Miami, Florida. The continental U.S. is at risk of sea level rise. The water could rise up to 6 feet. 13 million people would be affected by the flood. About a quarter of them are in Miami. 60% of Miami-Dade could be underwater by 2060. 2. New Orleans, Louisiana. New Orleans is the most vulnerable to flooding. Even a 3-foot sea level rise could be dangerous. It could inundate a third of the city's population. Storms and tidal flooding would affect even more people. 3. Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix is the hottest city in the U.S. It is nearly unlivable in summer. In 2023, the temperature reached 110 degrees Fahrenheit. The heat wave lasted 54 days. It broke the previous record of 53 days, set in 2020. More than 300 people suffered from extreme heat. This heat could become normal by 2050. Wet bulb temperatures could reach 95 degrees Fahrenheit. These temperatures can be fatal. The human body can no longer cool itself. 4. Dubai, UAE. Climate change in the Persian Gulf could threaten lives. The summer temperature in Dubai would rise up to 113 degrees Fahrenheit. Wet bulb temperatures could exceed the fatal 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Dubai residents already avoid going outside during daylight. They tend to stay indoors from June to September. 5. Abu Dhabi, UAE. Abu Dhabi is likewise vulnerable to extreme heat. The highest temperature recorded there was 126 degrees Fahrenheit. By 2070, this level of heat could become more frequent. 6. Jakarta, Indonesia. Jakarta has been suffering from floods for decades. In 2007, a flood inundated 70,000 homes. In 2013, heavy rains caused a local dam to collapse. Almost half of Jakarta sits below sea level. The city is sinking up to 6.7 inches per year. By 2050, 95% of North Jakarta will be underwater. 7. Shanghai, China. The North China Plain could see severe heat waves. There could be at least 5 instances from 2070 to 2100. Shanghai could be affected the most. About 25 million people live in Shanghai. It's the second most populous city in the world. 8. Beijing, China. Beijing also sits on the North China Plain. The city is a major emitter of greenhouse gases. The gases contribute to air pollution. Beijing is known for frequent bouts of smog. The city dwellers are forced to wear face masks. Pollution is more harmful than smoking. It affects 6.7 million people every year. 9. New Delhi, India. Residents of New Delhi suffer from smog. It causes skin rashes, nausea, and headaches. Heat stroke is also a risk on hot days. Wet bulb temperatures in Delhi could reach 95 degrees Fahrenheit. By 2100, they're already at 90 degrees Fahrenheit. 2% of Indians are exposed to extreme heat. That share could rise to about 70%. 10. Dhaka, Bangladesh. Bangladesh is prone to heat waves. It has to contend with devastating floods. In 2017, flooding affected 8 million people. It damaged nearly 700,000 homes. Riverbank erosion displaces up to 200,000 people. 3 feet of sea level rise could cost 20% of the landmass. Villagers are fleeing to the capital, Dhaka, but the city is vulnerable to floods too. 11. Lagos, Nigeria. Lagos' population has grown to 16 million people, but the city is affected by sea level rise. Lagos lies on low terrain. It's located on a river delta. The frequency of flooding could rise in the next decades. It would be difficult for the city to recover.